return to the classics. Hello, beautiful beings. Hi, Stars. Hi, Diabra. How's Trix? Hi, I'm here. I'm tired, which I feel like is just a constant anymore. Hi, Grim. I really wanted to sleep longer this morning. Soup? What kind of soup? I love soup.
Show me your hands.
Come on back. I also this morning updated the trick or treat redeem. So the AI thing is gone and we have more options now. It's not all possum themed, but there are possums involved. And there are some other little like Halloween vines in there.
It's always Halloween in my soul.
So we got friggin' bats. We got Halloween.
Hello.
Here we go.
Ween is here. I am Ween.
There you go. And we have two tricks, which I won't spoil them because I think they're both really funny if you see them for the first time without noticing, like without knowing what they are. Thank you for bapping me. Okay, I have done a stretchy. Did I do a sippy? I don't remember. I will do another. I don't think my working memory is real today.
Self-care checkpoint. Do you need to take meds? Get some water, some food? Take a break or a stretch? Please do so now. Thank you.
Thank you. That actually reminds me that I need to submit my UAA timesheet today, which is on my to-do list, so I will probably remember. Compliment for myself. I am really pleased with the patterns I've been making for something, which I can show you guys. But I feel like they are like the perfect combo of being visually interesting, but not so visually interesting that it overwhelms the art that's in front of it. And I think they're going to be really good for like little backgrounds for like announcements and stuff, like announcement visuals. So I will show you those in a moment. Or I might as well just show you now since I'm talking about it. Because I've been working on prepping the jelly bean art to move the art for Patreon around to update it. So I've got 5 done now. I have 2 for Patreon and then the jelly bean or that doesn't narrow it down, the hot chocolate one left to do. But I've been doing backgrounds for these. So I hand erase all the extra around the art because I don't like the way that auto stuff does it. And then I made a background for all of them. So this one is just apples because it's apple pie. And I'm thinking some of these, if I alter them, might make cute washi tapes, maybe. This is the one for the banana split. It's got little sprinkles and cherries. Then I did like water drops for the cucumber. And little like seed shapes and raspberry leaves for the raspberry. And then I really like this one. I did like a plaid with watermelon seeds on it for this one. But yeah, so I think I've done a good job balancing those with like being interesting and will be interesting on their own if I use them for like announcements and stuff, because my plan is to make a post announcing all of the new Patreon tiers, and so I'll put the benefits over just the background without the jelly bean on it so that they match, you know. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how these are turning out. I did... How many of those did I do yesterday? I did 4 of those yesterday. No, I did 3 yesterday. I take it back. Because I already had finished that one. But yeah. I also have been very productive. I like locked in real hard yesterday. So, I got also the Frog and Cranberries edited and printed and stuff like that. These ones are like I don't know the right word. Like an oops print, if you will. So, because there was just, and I know that this is just me. I know that most normal people would not freak out about this, but there's like a tiny little bit right here where I missed getting the edge perfectly white, so there's just like a little fault on it. But I figure I just give these ones away, like do a giveaway for them, and that will be a way to test out my shipping methods, because I also have a B quality warm golden light print that I can do. But yeah, so these turned out really nice. I have those printed so I can photograph those and do the Patreon post tomorrow. Schedule, like, line that up. But we do need to, this one is like, I put the wrong percentage and I didn't notice when I printed it. So we're gonna test on this one to see what kind of pen works best for me to sign them, because it is glossy photo paper, so it can be kind of a pain in the butt. Ooh, that sounds really good, Diabra. I do love a curry in a soup. It just adds some warmth to it, like even if you don't put enough in for it to be like super curry-y, you know? It just warms it up a bit. I do that with turmeric too in soups. Just gives it like a nice warmth to it, I feel like. So we're gonna see how these various pens hold up on this paper. Because I will sign all of these individually, because I feel like that's cool. And means that it's less likely, even though I don't think that this is a really big deal, it's less easy to duplicate the print and make it look like it's actually theirs instead of mine. Forgery prints, I guess is what I mean. So I'm going to leave those to dry for a little bit, and then we will see how smeary they are. Because I do think doing just like a ballpoint pen would be nice, because it does push the paper down, so it makes it clear that it was actually physically signed. And again, makes it harder to just print my signature on something. Which I don't think is really that big a deal right now for me. Like, I don't think anybody is really stealing my art. But, it is one of those things that you think about, and you're supposed to think about, which is also why I have certificates of authentication and everything, and all that jazz. So we're figuring that out, and then I will sign the ones that I have. I also, actually I should write that down. Sorry, I don't know if you guys can tell, my brain is on fire all the time. I want to get a little photo album for all of the prints that I do, because I'll keep one for myself every time I print them. I do the same with the stickers. But I would like to get like a photo album to put them all in so that I can just flip through it. And they're all going to be 4x6, so I can look into that. Maybe I'll put some on my throne, because that would be cute. Like a cute little gift that isn't super expensive. Brain function? Who is she? I also have this envelope that just arrived. Doodle, Doodlebee, our beloved Doodle, went to a convention a little bit ago and picked me up some stuff. And so that's what's in here. And I'm not showing you guys the front because it has both of our addresses on it. So we get to, I don't know what's in here. Doodle said that there were stickers and I think a keychain when they picked stuff up. So I have no clue what's in here. We're all going to see it together for the first time. And I did ask permission to open this on stream, and Doodle said that was fine, so. Things and stuff. Oh my god, possums! Is that everything? I think I got everything out. Look at the little possums. They're fighting possums. Medieval fighting possum. I do love the like Burger King crayon. That's great. And this is just very me coded. They're carrying a million babies on my back. Cute. Oh my god, fighting babies. This is me in D&D. That's what's gonna happen here. I carry everybody on my back. This is so cute. I love it. Oh, these are cute. Little. Hi, Rainbow, and thank you, Blib. Yeah, Blib being crazy and given 12 months of sub. This is so cute. I'm guessing that the bi-colored one is for Cap. That would be my suspicion, because that is his flag. I really like the rainbow one too. That's so cute. And then I also have a little pin. A pin. That's a little possum, which is great because I have some extra space on. Hi, BP. What's up? Why question mark? Because I do have space on my bag now for more pins because I removed some from an artist who is no longer speaking to me. So... Yeah, Doodle got these for me, which is so sweet. I'm excited to put some of these on like my journal and stuff. Very cool. Oh, gotcha, BP. I was like, did I miss something? I feel like Twitch chat has been acting up more than usual lately. But hi, good to see you. I actually have my notebook out here so I can put these. I can also drop things. I'm trying to think about where I can set these that I won't accidentally fold them. But I don't know that I showed you guys, actually. I finished filling in the front of the journal of the one that you guys picked stickers for. I finished filling that out, and that's what I've been using. Yeah. But I can put these stickers in the back of this, and then that will keep them safe. So I don't want to accidentally bend them. Okay. I mean, vinyl stickers really aren't that bad. If you do bend them, it's not a big deal, but I prefer to not have to do that in the first place. Okay. Stuff and things. We have art to do. And I'm gonna try and erase this and see if we can make it so that it doesn't fucking smear the ink like it did last time. And I know Tens was like, oh, I couldn't tell if you hadn't said anything, but it's like so obvious in person. Like, look at this. Hi, Bewitch! Oh, also let me do... Hi, these are my friends. Follow them. I think everybody here already does, but like, just in case. But yeah, it smeared so bad. I was like, the ink should be dry. It should be fine. And then I did that and I was like, oh, it is not fine. So let's try this again. I did leave these for like 2 days this time, so because I haven't touched them since Wednesday's stream. I do also need to erase the lines on the M&M. Oh, I did. If anybody follows me on Instagram and checks stories, which I don't check everybody's stories, so not judging you. I did run into the post that inspired the sexy centipede, and I put that in my in my story. It's about somebody finding a centipede in their underwear drawer, basically. and their boyfriend going, a friend or perhaps a lover. And then they start just calling centipedes lovers in between the two of them repeatedly, and that's why I did this. Where's the other one? And then I think I mentioned to you guys, but the M&M one is also like a post reference. Which I should try and find the screenshot of it so that I can post it when I post progress pics for Patreon. Okay. I think I set those there for right now, and we focus on Centipede since I already started that one. How's everybody else doing? I know that Diavra is doing great because she has soup. How about the rest of yins? Of course! Hi, Tomato! I wanted to do purple for the fabrics. Yeah, be doing is probably just like the general vibe. Oh, I can also throw things? Look at me go. Yeah, I agree. I'm like, I really did not want to wake up this morning, not gonna lie. I wanted to roll over and go back to sleep. Ooh, let me know what you think. I'm not getting it. We've discussed my feelings on Pokemon. But let me know what you think. I do know that they gave my boy a Mega Evolution because like 3 different people messaged me about it when it was announced. Which is great. Hawlucha is one of my favorite Pokemon and it got a Mega Evolution. And I feel like, judging by the ones that I've seen, it's like one of the few good Mega designs. The rest of them are like boring. I feel like. There's a hair on my paint palette. Here. Oh, are you cooking dinner today?
That's the plan.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I couldn't remember.
Okay, because I'm so busy that I keep...
No, you're fine. That's why I'm asking. Oh my god, can I manage to get this freaking hair off my palette? Aha! So it was good that I asked. I hope your back is feeling better too, Tomato. Like, obviously you're still on muscle relaxers, but hopefully that's easing up. Hi, Arya. Have good lurk. I do appreciate a co-work lurk for sure. Well, I appreciate any lurk, but I also like feeling that I'm being helpful. Because I was taught at an early age that the only way to be loved was to be helpful. Anybody else wanted to get too real on a Friday? Because, actually, I think I'm gonna mix some purple. Instead of just being straight black, I can do that. I like that better. Okay. Now we do some fabrics. I do need to put more purple in my palette soon, I think. Though I don't know if I'm gonna keep the purple on my palette, if I'm being honest. Yeah, pretty much. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, did you guys want to get attacked? Because I'm sure that did not only, like, yes, it was a self call out, but almost always when I do a self call out, somebody goes, "Hey, hey, why'd you do that to me?" I'm like, "Sorry you got caught, but that was about me." Okay. Actually, me changing my mind 35 times about what I'm actually doing. Let me do like... Why? There's so many hairs on my palette. Go away. Like, I know why, but stop it. Let me just do like a base color of this. I also wanna, well, actually it'll probably be easier to do that if I lift the color back up to make the highlights. Because I was thinking that I would try to make this look like satin, right? So like silk. So very high shine, but I'm not sure that I've committed to that yet. I'm not sure that that's gonna look best. But I think just getting the paper wet and pulling the pigment back up will give a good highlight either way. So we'll start at this color and then work our way darker. You also have shading to do on basically everything. So we'll be moving around the painting a bit. I also think that because the coffee lover moth is a bit simpler, I think I can also manage to get that pretty, at least well started today, if not finished. But we'll see. We'll see how chatty I get. Because really that is the end denominator for how much work I get done. Ooh, yep. I hate that thing where, like, you remember something and you're like, I need to do this right now or it's going to leave my brain and I will never do it. Because same, bestie. I do need to talk about something before I forget. Actually, speaking of, I mentioned briefly in Discord, but I'll say it here too. My appointment on Monday got moved, so there will be a stream on Monday. I don't think there will be a stream on Wednesday. Because even if I did start, like even if I did decide to stream I would need to end very early to get to the appointment, and that would just mess with my brain too much, I think. So I won't do a stream on Wednesday, I think. I hadn't fully decided that yesterday, but the more I think about it, the more I think that is the correct choice. Because it is like a Zoom appointment too, which I'm not thrilled about, but I probably shouldn't extra stress out my laptop first and then immediately get on something else that stresses out my laptop. So yeah, I don't know. Like, I get that we all needed something to talk on during the pandemic, but I don't know why Zoom won. And especially for like healthcare stuff, because it isn't that secure. Like, I don't know. Just doesn't seem super smart to me. Oh gosh, yeah, I feel that too, Bewitch. I luckily haven't had to pay anything lately, but I do find it weird because, like, obviously, like, basically every single doctor's office now has some sort of patient portal. Yep, But they always send you, for, like, bills and stuff, the most phishing scam looking email you've ever seen in your fucking life. Like, we need to have people, especially like IT people, understand that if you're sending out like a phishing, like an email that is legitimate, you need to make it not look like a phishing scam. Because like almost all of them do. It's like, oh, this is secure because I'm just emailing you the link. And I'm like, I don't trust that. Khan is being a nuisance, I think. He ran to the back where Greg is, and I just heard Greg go, dude. Yeah, I don't know. Let's do some of this now. Yeah, I did have a Zoom account already because I helped my brother figure something out a while back. Like, make sure everything was set up for something he was doing correctly. But, like, that is literally the only time I've used it. So I don't know how to use Zoom. Honestly. So I was like, okay, well, to the person who was scheduling my appointment, I was like, okay, well, I've never used Zoom before, especially not with you guys. So, like, what's the deal there? And she was like, oh, they'll send you all the information and, like, the link at 8 a.m. on the day of your appointment. And I'm like, all right, that doesn't feel very accessible friendly to me, but sure. It was like, hate to break it to you, but I'm one of those people that doesn't do well with change or unclear expectations. So we'll see if I have a meltdown about it. Although I guess if I do have a meltdown about it, maybe I get more and quicker mental health help. I don't know. We'll see. Because this appointment is the one, and they had scheduled me with the person that the screener suggested would be good for me, and now this is with a different person. So I don't know. I just don't like change, so I'm bitching about it. It's the short version of that. Like, it's gonna be fine. They're all professionals, whatever. But I don't like having things changed. This one is like an assessment, so it's already going to be a more difficult meeting, I think. Just like in general. because the one thing that the person who was screening me specifically mentioned was my ACEs score, which is basically like your childhood trauma grade. And I have done my ACEs score for myself before, and it's not good. Because I do read a lot of or have been reading, I guess I haven't always, but have been reading a lot of mental self-help books and stuff. So, for instance, the Body Keep Score, which is the CPTSD resource. And I did my ACEs score as part of that, and I was like, yeah. So I do think that explaining that to a stranger is not going to be the most fun thing I've ever done in my life. Because I did make sure that they put in my file a note about one of my capital T traumas, as I put it, which the screener really liked that phrasing. But I made sure to put a note in for what I would say is the most potentially triggering thing for other people. I'm used to it. I still have triggers from it, but it's not I'm gonna fall into a puddle anytime I talk about it kind of a thing. So at least the person will be at least partially prepared for that. But I don't know. I don't like jumping it on people, I guess. Okay, let that dry. And while that dries, we can work on the ribbon here. But yeah, so I'm kind of just rambling at this point, which is part of why people are here, I think, so. Yeah, I do kind of know vaguely what to expect, but I don't fully know what to expect, and adding the Zoom thing is stressing me out. It's the long and short version of that. Icon. And my shoulders also hurt. I've been having, I was telling Grim this morning, but I've been having really fucking weird dreams lately. Even weird for me. Because I usually have pretty standard weird dreams, like a zombie dream or something. Which is a usual for me. But I was telling Grim, I had a dream the other night where I didn't tell Grim the whole dream, but the gist of it was that the world around me had suddenly everything turned into shattered glass, and most of the dream I was pulling tiny pieces of broken glass out of various body parts until I bled to death, which is totally a normal dream to have, right? That doesn't say anything about how my brain is, right? That's normal, I'm sure. It's fine. It's fine. But I also had a dream last night where I died, which is not unusual for me to die in my dreams. anytime somebody's like, oh, if you die in your dreams, you die in real life, and I'm like, not true. Either that, or I have more lives than a cat does. Like, because I die in my dreams fairly regularly. Who was I telling that story? I think it was Sleepy, probably. Maybe Sleepy and Tomato. But I was talking to them at some point. I should start where I came up with this. So I was thinking about the if you die in your dreams, you die in real life kind of thing. Which is like one of those weird, like, cultural myths, I guess is a way to put it. That people will just like lie to you about. Like maybe they fully believe it, but like there's no support for that. Like it's a good basis for a horror movie or something, but it's not real. And I was thinking about when I was a kid, it was very common at that point to lie to children to say that there was a chemical in the pool that if you peed in the pool, it would turn like bright blue and everybody would know it was you who peed the pool. Like that was just like a normal thing that people did. And I've mentioned I grew up in a pretty affluent area, so this was something that I ran into a lot. Hi, Sleepy! And I knew that it was bullshit from the first time because when the dad of this person whose party I had been invited to came out to say that, I had already peed in the pool. And I was like, all right, so adults just lie all the time. Got it. And I will say, I peed in the pool because I was at the house of somebody who regularly bullied me and I was too scared to ask to go like where the bathroom was. So I think they earned that, honestly. I was just thinking, like, the weird cultural myths that people spout, like, to try and get you to do things a certain way. So, like, cracking your knuckles will give you arthritis. That's not true. But people who don't like the sound of people cracking their knuckles say it a lot. Actually, I'm realizing that this is probably actually related to my PTSD. Where, like, I knew that I couldn't trust adults from a very young age, and so I noticed all of the lies a lot quicker than other people of my same age did. Self-discovery on a Friday morning. Let's go. I don't know. A lot of people can't, like, point to a specific point where they were like, this is when my brain decided I wasn't safe. I know the exact moment, actually. So, you know. Just trauma things, teehee. I have a program up and I don't need open. Go away. Yeah. Yeah, me too. You missed it, Sleepy. I was talking about the weird dreams I've had lately. Yeah, same. Where it's just like, oh, okay. And I stand by that if I figure out why I have a trauma, there should be a little achievement sound. I should get $100 and then the trauma should go away. Like if I put the pieces together, it shouldn't be a problem anymore. It should do a little do 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 do, and then it should go away forever. I don't think it's fair that I have to continue to deal with it once I've already figured it out. That's rude. Yeah, exactly. Like a little gold star. Just like, you did it! I'm like, thanks. But instead, you have the little aha moment, and then you have to clean it up. And sometimes the cleanup is from like 30 years ago. That's not fair. Why should me realizing something for my health make me do more work? Bullshit. It's bullshit. Yeah, for real. I hate that when it's like, okay, I was in a depressive episode. I managed to do my laundry and change my sheets and take a shower. Why am I not mentally healthy now? Like, what? I did all the things. I ate a food. I drank a water. I washed the flesh. Release me from this prison. So yeah, if I was in charge of the universe, things would be a little different. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. Like, I moved the body. I cleaned the body. I drank the wet. I ate the dries. Like, why can you not release me from this prison? That sounds nice. I just automatically corrected that in my head. I know, it's bullshit. It is. It's bullshit. Like, I meditated this morning. Why is my brain still angry? Can you chill? I've actually been better about meditating. I'm getting better at journaling too, because like my routine got so thrown off because I had surgery and then I traveled, and you guys know, like I know all of you know, but if your routine gets like you miss one day, you never go back to it, you know, which is a totally normal neurotypical thing to deal with. No, it's not. But I'm finally getting back into like my usual stuff. Yeah, I've been a little bit better. I haven't been like completely better. It's mostly just like when I feel like my brain's going to explode because I have something I can't really talk to anybody about, you know? Right, Sleepy, right? Also, why does my Holy Hydration face cream not hydrate all of me? Just saying. Why must it be limited to my eyelids? Which actually, I should try the facial cleanser from that same line, because if you buy like from the actual website, this is e.l.f. brand that I'm talking about. Because if you buy 3 of the Holy Hydration or whatever from that line at once, you get a discount. Toner, I barely know her. I do love how, like, our age group, it's not really generation because, like, it's multiple, but I do like how as a group we've taken the gross, like, old man sleazy joke and turned it into, like, everything, so it's ridiculous. I love it so much. So instead of going like, choker, I barely know her, we're just using it for literally everything. So that it means nothing anymore. I'm proud of us for that. So many little legs. And I'm gonna end up color correcting that in post. Let's go. I do think that this is a bonus compliment, I guess. I do think that I've gotten a lot better at color correcting stuff in a way that isn't, like, super obvious digitally. So I'm pleased with myself about that. Yes, exactly, Sleepy, exactly. So we just say it for everything. So if any old man says it in a gross way now, we're just like, haha. And they're like, no. And we're like, haha, you're doing the stupid. Which I love. I love making gross old men feel unvalidated, I guess is what I really mean. I do think that because of the granulation of the color that I'm using, the blanket is going to have kind of like a crushed velvet kind of vibe to it, which I think also works. Perhaps better than the satin that I was thinking. I also feel like if I do really, really high highlights on the blanket, it's going to pull focus a bit. When, like, the focus should be on our lover, you know? Oh, Sleepy, did you get your stuff from Doodle yet? I opened mine earlier, that's why I asked. Oh, I also need to check and see if Doodle has gotten the sticker for Sticker Club yet. Because if they haven't, it probably got lost in the mail, which sucks because there was something extra in it. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. They did, Canada posted, like, updates saying that they're doing rolling strikes now, so things should start moving a little bit, but not everywhere. And stuff just takes a while to get to Canada anyway. Because usually when I have, for the Sticker Club, I have a few people in Canada and I have someone in the UK. And usually the UK gets it before you guys do. Which is wild to me. Because, like, you're right there. If I threw it hard enough, it might be able to get there. Ooh, I need to put that on my to-do list too. I haven't added the whole new album of ACS on my playlist, and I should do that because I didn't want to until I actually listened to all of it, which I did finally, so But I only think of that when I'm streaming because, you know, brain function, who is she? Okay, I did not spell playlist correctly there, but that's okay. Me looking at everything I have to do. Ugh. It is a weekend where Cap is gone because he's gonna be with his daughter. So that means I can like lock in super hard on Saturday. And hopefully some of Sunday and like blast out some work so that I'm not quite so stressed out constantly, which would be really nice. I am feeling a little better now that I got some of the jelly beans prepped yesterday. So that was a scary one. Do I have other things to say that are relevant? I did lower the channel point for the take a photo, like take a progress photo redeem. So now it's just one channel point and there's like a half-hour cooldown on it. I did say this earlier, but I will say it again. The trick or treat redeem has been updated. So there's more options, and the AI possum is not in there. I will admit I got by that one, which I'm disappointed about, honestly. It's like, that was really funny. It's only funny if it's real.
It's also the time that we dress up and threaten our neighbors. Trick or treat.
The one where the possum gets scared by the Halloween decoration, that's AI. Which sucks. And apparently that's like a trend right now, is various animals getting scared by Halloween decorations. So watch out. Usually there's, if you go frame by frame, which is great. I love doing that for every single video I consume. If you go frame by frame, there's a little watermark in the bottom left corner that says Sora on it on one frame. And that's how you can tell. Which is fucking obnoxious and I hate it. I hate AI. I'm tired. You know? So, yeah. And I don't know, I haven't actually checked, but I don't know if that raccoon one I shared with Sleepy is AI or not. The possum getting scared by the Halloween decorations that I had in the Trick or Treat redeem is AI Bewitch. And apparently there's a trend to make AI videos with Sora specifically, of animals getting scared by Halloween decorations right now. Or of animals attacking the camera is also another common one that I've seen now. But the only way you can tell is if it has the watermark on the one frame. So you have to go through every video frame by frame to see if you can find the watermark. Yep. Which I'm tired, man. What's the point? I don't get it. Let me try and decide what color to shade with on the red. Yeah. Right, Bewitch? Like, And yeah, it's only funny if it's real. I will say that, like, if you were using, like, CGI animals to do stuff to avoid, like, animal cruelty or whatever, that would be great. We would love that. But you aren't. You're just using it for internet clout, I guess. I don't know. It's annoying. Yes, absolutely tomato. Or like a cat getting scared by a cucumber. Love it. And that's real. That's free. You don't need to destroy the entire fucking environment for it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, I do love that Bewitch. I do enjoy following various, like, animal sanctuaries on Instagram. So, like, there's a cat sanctuary I follow, and, like, Old Friends Senior Dogs and stuff like that. Because they give free, funny video regularly. And if you share, it means that maybe Critter will get adopted, which is good. If any of them were closer to me, I would probably go. Hang out there or something. I would like to, and I've said this for a long time, and I haven't, like, well, because I started saying it and then COVID lockdown happened. But there is a cat, like, not really a sanctuary, but like a no-kill shelter here. And I would like to go volunteer with them, like trim kitty nails and brush them and pets and things like that. Because they always need more people to socialize the cats. So. Hi, Doodle! I opened, and thank you. Those are all very cute. I really like the possum sticker with, like, the babies ready to throw down. Yeah, thank you for getting me stuff. It was very sweet of you. Yeah. Honestly, anytime anybody gets me a gift, I am overjoyed. I'm one of those people where, like, gift giving is definitely one of my big love languages. And people always think that it has to be, like, big things all the time, which is not true. A meme is a gift, you know? So I enjoy getting gifts for sure. Ooh, nice. Let me see. Falling away one is good. I might suggest, though, for the falling away one, making the still for that one a different one, so that it's, like, smaller, like one of the middle frames instead of, like, the front frame, because I have animations turned off for emotes, so I can only see it because I have the emote or the animations on stream. But you can set which frame it shows to people who have animations turned off. Which I will say Twitch does not do with their own hype emotes. So, like, the majority of the animated hype emotes that I've gotten are worthless to me. Because they don't actually set a frame. Oof, that's no good, Arya. But yeah, that is a thing. And like nobody knows because Twitch doesn't say, because long story short, they don't actually give a fuck about accessibility. But yeah. Good, yeah. So there's an option when you upload it to pick a frame, or I usually like clean up the motion one a little bit and then use like a still version of it. So that you can tell what's going on. So like the tomato animated one that I made, like the tomato throw, has the tomato like squished up against the screen as the still. But there's a lot of emotes where like something comes into frame and the first frame is just blank. And so I, like, somebody uses an emote like that and I just see a square. Like, it looks like there's a ghost or something because there's nothing there in the middle of what they were saying. Which is funny. But Twitch never actually tells you that you can do that. Because they don't actually care. And, which is clear because they didn't do it with their own emotes either. Which annoys the shit out of me if you couldn't tell. But yeah, I think what I was saying was like Rainbow didn't know either until I mentioned it. Because like, again, Twitch doesn't tell anybody. Because I do think that option was added before Amazon even bought Twitch. Which is probably the only reason why it's there. So yeah, share the word. Tell people that you can set the single frame for no animations so that your emote is actually what you want it to be in all forms. Yeah, it sure is. It's just frog butt. But like literally all of the animated hype train emotes that they've added don't have a good still for them. They all look really stupid, and it's kind of sad because like the emotes themselves aren't bad, but because Twitch, when they uploaded them, didn't set the frame themselves, they suck. So it's not the artist's fault. Yes, for sure, you should. I just think it's so silly to add that and then like not even use it for the like official emotes. It's so silly. Like it's right there. It takes basically no extra effort. Like, get it together. I was actually, this is only tangentially related. I've been thinking about Christmas gifts because I'm me. And also my boyfriend lives in Canada, so I have to ship stuff out really early if Canada Post gets their strike resolved, I guess is the way that I should put that. But I was looking specifically at like light-based kitchen timers as like an accessibility option because of that, because I was thinking about what I was going to get for his parents. And they use a lot of kitchen timers, but his mom is also having some hearing problems. So I thought that might be like a nice little accessibility gift that somebody might not think of for themselves. But all of them also make noise, which I feel like isn't the most adaptive that it could be, I guess is what I mean. Who would fall into a wood chipper? Which one? Like, I'm sure I agree with you, but who are we wishing ill upon? And yeah, shopping is going to be a mess this year, honestly. But I've kind of already decided what my theme for the gifts is this year. So I was actually shopping last night, like deciding what I was going to get. Because if I'm good at one thing in this world, it is gift giving. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair, Bewitch. But yeah, the general economic situation in the US is going to make shopping like a fucking nightmare. Yeah, it's gonna be a mess. And like, I will say, as a small business owner, it also has severely fucked me over. I don't think I'm gonna break even this year, which is great. I love that. Yeah, for sure, Bewitch. And I totally understand people not wanting to ship here or just straight up not having enough money to do stuff like that. But like, Jesus. Such a mess. Because like, big corporations can stand to like have a year. Like they'll throw a hissy fit about it. Don't get me wrong. But they can afford to have like a year where they don't make $6 billion, you know? I cannot afford to have a year where I don't make $1,000. Like, you know, like I won't fall into a pit and die or anything because I do have support from other people. But like, if I was actually living entirely off of this money, I would be homeless right now. 100%. And it's frustrating. I don't have a heart for billionaires specifically. I hope they all choke on a pretzel like George Bush did. I still remember that being such a huge joke when I was a kid. George Bush almost dying because he choked on a pretzel. Oh yeah, for sure. But I don't know. My situation is a little more complicated than just like having a nice community of people who care about me helping me. So. Love that, Bewitched. Fucking queen. I think I want this to be pinker. It feels too pale. Then I need to do more shading on the blanket and such. The cloth areas. Actually, I think I might take a quick break while this portion is drying. I do think I want to do more shading on the bow itself too. I am gonna run ads this time. So I'm gonna run 3 minutes. Nobody look at them. We hate capitalism. It's stupid and it sucks, and I hate that I have to be part of the ad milking machine. But I will be back in 3 minutes. Take a break yourself, you know, get up, do a little stretchy, get a drink, get a snack, get a treat. Look at something that's farther away from your face than your screen is, and I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. I guess I should say the snack is back, according to Bewitch. Also, I only just noticed your little badge, Bewitch. Ah, I see. I do like Chikorita. Thank you. Welcome back to the Rusties as well. I decided I wanted electrolytes. That's why I decided to get up really suddenly. What's up, Bubba? Why are you airplane earing? Come here. The way you run when I do that is really cute, Bubba. He has learned that the click means that he gets pets. And sometimes cheese. Oh, nice. That's cute. Yeah, I'm not getting the new Pokemon game. Like, I've decided that I'm not giving Pokemon any more of my money, so. Because, like, Scarlet Violet had so many lighting issues that they never fixed that it gave me migraines if I played for more than a half hour. And, like, despite the fact that they patched, like, 3 things, which is more than they usually patch in a Pokemon game, I was like, I don't trust you guys anymore, actually. And, like, if you, as a company that has, like, basically an unlimited budget, cannot code your game properly, I'm not really interested in hanging out with you anymore. Okay, I think it's time that we can see which of these I like best. They all stay on there, they aren't smearing, which is good. If I lick my finger, which one smears? Only a little bit of smearing on the ballpoint. That's not bad. I do like that the ballpoint leaves a like divot in the paper, because again, that's harder to reproduce, so you know that it's actually mine. All of these are also going to come with a certificate of authentication, but I think ballpoint works. I do like that all of the signatures work there, which is nice. I do think that the thicker Sharpie would probably match the font on this a little bit better, but that's not really the point. My signature is not the highlight of the piece. So that's good to know. So I can sign these two that have faults in them. These ones will be giveaways at some point. I just don't know exactly when. Oh, I also thought of 2 more things to put on my to-do list when I stood up. There we go. Okay. Usually I put the date in this corner, and then I sign over here. And I often put Tundra KDV on there too, but I think that's really necessary. Alright. Progress. Which means I can sign the other ones that are set to go, and then I can photograph those. Then I can make the post announcing them, and everything is just a never-ending domino chain of shit to do. But yeah, with Pokemon, like, if you're gonna charge me like $80 for something that's just going to hurt me and isn't even that fun for me, like, I don't want to do it. I could buy like 3 to 4 and probably even more than that indie games with more heart in them for that amount of money. So I don't feel the need to suck the corporate dick. Or more art supplies, also very true. Okay, I want to do more shading on the blanket here.
deepest memories hostage. We were witness to events that don't make sense without the context of this show. These words can never represent my feelings. They're just particles of participles parted by the syntax of the snow. No one can know. No one will ever know. We ran in circles till we cried and burned our bridges side by side so many times.
I am pretty pleased with how far along we've gotten on the Bugnanza project, because we're like really nearing the end of the actual painting and getting to the point where it didn't work. Because I still do have to prep all of these files. I haven't done that yet. I started one and just I have not had the time to do it because it wasn't like an immediate, you know. But that prepping files like that is something that is pretty easy to do when I'm like sitting in other people's streams and stuff, which is nice. Although I haven't really been hanging in people's streams as much lately. Like I've been lurking, but you know, I've been feeling like very overwhelmed lately in general, which means that my tolerance for like sounds is very low at the moment. So like I'm way more likely to get overstim way quicker, especially in other people's streams. So, and I know all of my friends understand that, like it's not a big deal, but I mean, they aren't gonna blame me for that. It is a big deal, as in I would like to be hanging out with my friends and do not have the mental capacity to do so as often as I would like, but nobody's like coming for me because of it, you know. I should say all the friends I have now understand that. That has not always been the case. Guess who's ruminating on things? It might be me. Which is part of the reason why I'm so fucking cranky lately. But yeah. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know. There's just too much muchness going on is the feeling that I call it. Like anytime like there's just too much going on and you do that little ADHD dance where you aren't sure which thing to do first, that's too much muchness. Like it overrides your brain. I appreciate it, Bewitch. Yeah, it's... Grim has honestly borne the brunt of that lately, which isn't that much, honestly, like... Just, ugh. Yeah. I should update you on this situation, Bewitch, because you can... Because I was thinking about that today. I was like, why am I being so quiet about this? Like, why am I trying to protect somebody who clearly doesn't give a shit about anything but protecting themselves? Because, like, I've been very careful to not talk about it directly on stream, even though it does, like, affect stream and stuff, because I know that it stresses other people out. It's just... I don't know, I'm just frustrated. But, I don't know, there's some people that I won't tell just because, like, I don't want to stress them out, and I know that it would make them anxious. But, also, like, that's not my problem. I'm not the one who made the issue. So, I don't know. Unfortunately, being emotionally mature means you have to be the adult in every single situation for the rest of your life. All good, all good. I do want to get a hug at some point. That also, God, am I ever going to stop remembering things that I meant to put on my to-do list today? I don't think so. I do want to change my sub goal specifically. Because I would like to set it up so that I don't know why that reminded me of it. No, I do know why. Because right now my sub goal is listed for when we unlock the next emote slot. But I think I'm going to change it to be like what a payout would be. So like if I have this amount of sub points, I would get a monthly payout from Twitch. Which we've already surpassed this month. And I might do that for like, I don't really want to do like a bit goal per se for that. Cause that's like a lot of bits. But I feel like having recurring subs of that amount is not like a crazy request. So I will do that if I remember. I did write it down. Yeah. I feel that, Bewitch, because like one of the things about like in general being mentally ill for like your whole freaking life is that you're very aware of how it affects everybody around you. So you're way more likely to put the onus of every single bad situation on yourself before anything else. This is also something that trauma does to us, especially childhood trauma, which is related to the mental health, honestly. So like I'm perfectly capable of assigning blame to myself, even if it's not necessarily my fault. And like this one wasn't my fault and still isn't my fault. And it pisses me off, honestly. But it's also something where I'm like constantly in situations where I'm reminded of it. So it's like I don't even like get the space to fully process it ever because I'm always having to mitigate the situation. And it's fucking exhausting, man. Hi, Shani. I'm just like, I'm tired. And it also just like sets off a whole bunch of other shit that is not necessary to deal with, honestly, because it's not actually a problem. My brain is just wired incorrectly. You know? So. But yeah, I was thinking about that last night, actually, when I couldn't sleep. It's like, I'm kind of been put in a situation where I'm protecting somebody who is not interested in protecting me at all. So, like, yes, I'm part of the reason I'm doing that is because I'm a considerate person, but also, like, I don't see why that's my problem, you know? Quiet, hi, Shawnee. I hope you're doing okay. And of course, it's not just the one situation that's like a thing. Because it's never really just one situation, you know? Because it's bringing up shit from other situations also. It's just like, can I just like not be a hot mess for 5 minutes? That would be great. And if people could stop making me feel like a hot mess, that would be even better. It's like, am I a little messy? Yes, because I'm human, but like, not because of this. Yeah, I feel that, Rainbow. Like, the second somebody hurts one of my friends, I'm like, Which is part of the reason why I haven't told a lot of people about this, because I feel like it would actually destroy some people's relationships with the person in question. And I'm like, I don't... Even though it's not really my fault, I don't want to feel responsible for that, you know? It's like... That's a lot to put on myself. Which again is part of the reason I'm pissed off, is because they've put me in this situation. Ah! Oh my god, I was watching so closely the vote on Sleepy's stream for what sound was gonna stay last night. And can I just say, I'm so happy for, like, nobody voted for Lemon. I'm so happy, because that sound makes me feel like my eardrums are being grated with a cheese grater. And like, I would have put up with it for Sleepy, but I'm really glad that everybody was on the same page for that one. Big sploosh. We'll do regular oiter for the hydrate. Thank you, BP. Yeah, it sucks to just be in that situation where, like, you know stuff and you know that, like, it would probably affect how other people would see that person, and you're like, I don't want to have to be responsible for that. Like, that's a lot. Yes, it is 1:09 p.m. at this precise moment. Oh, that reminds me, actually. I was looking at, I mentioned this earlier, different Christmas ornaments yesterday. Specifically from Old World Christmas Ornament Company, because they do, like, those nice glass ones, but they do a bunch of weird shit. So, like, there's a spice cabinet one and stuff like that. There's one that's Legos, BP. And I saw it and I was like, oh, that's BP. But it's like one of those, like, actually nice ornaments. It's like the thin glass kind of stuff. That's all shiny. I wonder if they have a sheep, actually. I didn't see a sheep. I wasn't looking for a sheep either, but I was just kind of scrolling and looking at what they had. Because when I was little, and when my brother was little, my dad's parents every year for Christmas would get us a different, like, collectible ornament for the tree, with the intention that then when we moved out, we would already have ornaments to put on our Christmas tree every Christmas. I was thinking about that the other day, and I was like, that would be actually really nice to do for Nerdling, Cap's daughter, is to just start giving her little Christmas ornaments so that she has her own collection, you know? And since she splits holidays between the two, I feel like it would be nice for her to have some ornaments at Cap's place. So I was thinking I would do that, which is why I went down this train on the first place. Because I was looking. I feel like the internals here are not shaded darkly enough. So we might do some actual gray in here. that I found some cute ones that I'm happy about. They have a possum one. This is a secret. There's a possum one that somebody may be getting for Christmas. Let's see. It might be me. Although we haven't had a Christmas tree like ever. I keep threatening to get one of those like rainbow tinsel trees. But we end up like for most of our Christmases, we ended up traveling to visit our parents, Greg and I. So there like wasn't really a point, but we don't travel for it as much anymore. And I don't know that it would be an unwise purchase given how my business is going. I don't really have the money to do that, especially since I spent a bunch traveling to Canada and stuff. I'm still paying that off. So like it's not a wise purchase, but it would be a fun purchase. Like unfortunately there's a lot of like actual adult stuff I need to spend my money on. Because those things are like $200. So which like both is and is not a lot of money. You know? Like it's a lot of money to spend, it is not that much money to receive. You know what I mean?
Every time I leave my day body, I turn into best of feeling godly, spending all my lives like cigarettes, like I'm 17. Idle as a spider full of flies, clawing at the oceans in your eyes. I don't need some fabricated grind to feel alright. Nothing's broken. You let
But we do have a bunch of ornaments, so it might be nice to just like make a little like rope thing or something on the wall to hang them on. That would be cute. And I do have a lot of yarn just sitting around. So. Although, with what time? I also decided what I'm getting my uncle for Christmas. I don't know. I just like gift giving, so I like any holiday where I have an excuse to give gifts. You know? Because, like, people are often weird about receiving gifts. Like, it makes them uncomfortable. Which I get. Like, that isn't, like, a problem for me or whatever. But it does mean that holidays where there's, like, an excuse for why I would get somebody a present makes it easier to give gifts. But my uncle and I are both big readers, and I'm actually almost done with a book that he suggested to me last time when we visited. Because we both discovered that we had read the Salt book. Which, like, on that trip, my dad was annoyed with how often I would say, like, I learned that in my Salt book when I brought up whatever fun fact. So it was very funny to be sitting at the table with my uncle and both of us, like, spitting Salt facts. And I was like, I learned that in my Salt book. And he was like, I also learned this in a Salt book. Did we read the same book? And we discovered right then, right there, that we had read the same book without, like, ever discussing it. So we just went back and forth with Salt facts for, like, ever. And he suggested another book about coal that was like a similar vibe with just like a lot of fun facts in the history of coal and stuff like that. And I'm almost done with that. I've got like half a chapter left and it's just the epilogue. So, but I should be able to finish that tonight, hopefully. Which is fun. I just like reading, man. But I've found like some really good mystery writers lately. And every time I read a mystery book, I'm like a good one. I'm like, I wish I could share this with my mom. She would really like this. And it kind of occurred to me last night that I have another person who enjoys reading and would probably appreciate a book suggestion, you know? And that happens to be my mother's brother. So it's almost like giving it to my mom, you know? Similar. I picked out 2 of the ones that I've read that I thought he would like best. Or that I thought were the best ones, I guess is a little bit more accurate. This leg is so pale. Okay. Do you think I need to do some more shadows on the pillow? I think I'm gonna end up using some Payne's Gray for that. But then I think maybe he is completed. There are some places that I'll put a couple highlights in, which I'll use ink because that's what I like. So I'll probably end up chilling the ink out a bit with some water. So it isn't quite as intense. Then we can get started on the moth. I still have one more project that I need to get like onto art paper that I would like to get done this month. But in general, we're on a pretty good track to get the things I wanted to get done. So even though I was nervous about it, I don't know why, but like the second it hit halfway through the month, I was like, the month is basically over. There's 1 week left. We're all gonna die. My brain just decided that was the play for some reason, which does mean that I like buckled down and got a lot of work done. But also that's not true. But brains do be like that sometimes. I think that's pretty good. I was worried about doing details on the rose, but I think I did a pretty solid job at that. I might actually deepen up the color on the parts up here. Kind of bleh. That's good. The white ink will need to go after that's all dry, so we can work on this. I might also just get some flat color down on the M&M, just because that one's like hella complicated. I'll feel better once I have just like guide colors down. What was I doing? I was pulling up the reference image for the box. Mimi. Because they're very red. I think it'll be good. Because the color of the month is Deep Scarlet, and I think it's a good base color for it, for sure. But I do need to put good yellow down. I also think I should close before I do that. I'm just gonna continue rambling until which I know is not a problem. I just think it's funny that I'm just chattering because I often am not like that. Oh, thank you. I'm assuming that was Shawnee. Oh no, it was stars. Wow. Throwing me off. Shawnee has been, like, I think, until this point, like, until right now, the only person who has redeemed that.
Sweetie.
Thank you. You got yourself. Okay. I'm gonna start out with this yellow for the pattern, and then I will boost that up. Oh, also, the yellow made me think of this. Cap drew my D&D character yesterday. Mood. So I got to watch him draw my character for a bit, and it's so funny because so I used a specific celebrity to base my character's body type off of, because she looks very, very skinny to the point that I'm, like, concerned for her, and my character is anorexic. Like, she kind of bounces around quite a bit in her weight, and she gets thinner the more time that she spent with her family, and then she gains more weight the longer she's away from them. Don't read into that, okay? And so, like, I picked this particular celebrity because she's not, like, full-on scary anorexic, but she looks too thin. Like, I worry about her in the kind of way that you worry about somebody that you don't know. And so Cap was drawing, and I was watching him draw, and he was like, is it bad that I used celebrity as, like, a reference for the skinny? And I was like, babe, that's literally who I was using as a reference too. Like, that was the base pictures that I used to draw her body. It was just really funny because I hadn't told him that at all. Like, I hadn't told anybody about it. And he was just like, by the way, we have the same brain cell. And I was like, that's beautiful. I love this for us. And I don't think we used the exact same promo photo, but, like, it was still the vibe. I thought that was so funny. Yeah, it was just one of those things where it's like, ah, yes. We have influenced each other. I see it. Yes. Do base layer so that this is wet so I can get a gradient going. I like it more red up here and then more orange towards the back. But yeah, it was so funny because he was talking about that. I was like, oh my god. So do you want to know how same brain we are? You made a mild error right there. That's okay. But yeah, it was so funny. I still haven't finished like my character ref sheet for that. Because I'm just doing flat color, but I just haven't had the time to get it done. And so he was like, you need to finish your ref sheet. You need to finish your ref sheet. I want to paint your character. I want to draw your character. And he was like, I was going to do like a bigger body piece, but I really wanted to draw her. So I just did the bust. I was like, thank you. I was doing the coffee. So I don't know that I've said recently, but this is the coffee lover moth is his name. So he looks really tired and he's holding a coffee. I did take a photo. I did. I will take another photo of this right now. But I did take one of the centipede. Oop. It's not always super obvious when I'm taking a photo because the camera isn't always like in the way. No, I could not paint in the lines today. Thank you. But hopefully I can actually like get a handle on everything I need to get done before the end of the month, and then I can finish the ref sheet. Because I would like to have it like for everybody to see my character who's playing with us. And also I know both Cap and Doodle have been like chomping at the bit to draw my character because they've seen like the line art. But I need to get the colors down. You do also need to make a tarot cheat sheet. That's the other thing I need to do, because my character is, like, the entire concept that I based this character around was, like, an idle idea I had one day, which was, like, it would be interesting to make a character that was regularly pulling from a tarot deck instead of necessarily rolling dice. And that was the idle thought that has created this character. But it would be helpful to both me and the DM if I had like a cheat sheet of the meanings, I think. And the photos of the deck that I'm using for her. Because I did pick a specific deck that I have to be for her. God, you know how being neurodivergent means that you just have random sound clips that play in your head all the time from something that you've watched and never left your brain? There's the first series, or the first season of American Horror Story. One of the characters, because it's like a haunted house thing, is talking to the people moving into the haunted house, basically. And she says, "You're gonna regret it. You're gonna regret it," repeatedly. And I think that every single time that I'm like, I'm probably gonna regret doing this. And that just pops up in my head. I did also this morning think about adding a focus redeem, which I don't think is really that necessary for me. But I do think that it would be funny, which is why I want to do it. But there is something another like sound clip that plays in my brain when I'm like trying to focus. Which I think I've talked about on stream before, but it's from a episode of Kitchen Nightmares.
It's also the time that we dress
Trick
up
or
and
treat.
threaten our neighbors. Trick or treat.
Yeah. And again, perhaps we need the redeem so that we would remember to do it. But me trying to decide what colors I'm doing while I'm also thinking about that. But there's a clip from a Kitchen Nightmares episode, specifically the Spanish Pavilion, in case anybody is crazy like me and rewatches those on a regular basis. These two brothers are fighting about the restaurant, basically, and one is expediting and one is cooking. And the person who's expediting goes, just do what you're doing. And the person that's cooking goes, I am doing what I'm doing, and I'm telling you about them snow crabs. And that plays in my mind anytime that I am like trying to make myself focus on something. I'm like, just do what you're doing. I am doing what I'm doing. I'm telling you about them snow crabs. So I'm thinking I might add that as a, as a like focus redeem. Do moths have eyelids? They absolutely do not. Am I giving this moth an eyelid to convey an idea? Yes. Also, my foot is asleep, just in case anybody wanted to know. I haven't considered what color to make the mug. I feel like white is like the standard coffee mug color, but it's also kind of boring. Maybe I'll do like a green. I think that would look nice with this. If it's a Z. Yeah, a deep breath one is nice too. I did have a like a timer with a breath guide basically that popped up on stream when I first started, but nobody ever used it, so I got rid of it. I might add it back though, because I feel like perhaps that is good. Hi Illuminati, good to see you. I also considered adding one with the calming cat gif. But the calming cat does not have a perfect loop, and it drives me nuts when I see it. So I decided not to do that. I might make my own calming cat gif that actually loops correctly. Not that there's anything wrong with the original calming cat, but like I would want it to loop perfectly. But also, I already have like a lot of channel point redeems. Like it's to the point where you gotta scroll a lot to get to the bottom. So I don't know that I should really add that many more. I could also get rid of some that we don't use a super huge amount, but I don't know. It'll be nice when I have like an actual computer so that I can do like chat commands instead of just channel point redeems, because that will feel less overwhelming, I think. Yeah, I had one of those when I first started out shotting, so it was like a timed one like that, where it just like kept it up for X number of breaths. But literally nobody ever used it. Like it never got used, so I just removed it after like 6 months, I think. But it does seem like that's perhaps something that would get me used more now than it would have when I first started. But yeah, those ones are really nice, I agree. I might even still have those saved, honestly. Oh, well, I could also just like mildly paint outside the lines there, that's fine. Good, I'm glad you're eating and welcome home. There we go. Oh, I guess the other thing, actually, maybe I should add a command for that too. I know a few people checked in with me about the flooding in Alaska. Like 3 people did. It is a long ways away from me. Like, I'm fine. We got a lot of rain here, but nothing like really scary. But I did make a little map of how far away exactly it is. Because there is like a map showing like where the biggest landfalls happened on the coast. And like, this isn't to like shame anybody or whatever for not knowing how big Alaska is. I just feel like a lot of people do not, like, straight up do not understand the vast expanse that Alaska is. So I try to like let people know, you know, which whenever there's like some sort of disaster, I generally make a map or a post that's like, okay, so this thing happened 2 Frances away from me, kind of thing. Because like, it's a big state. It's big. But like, from me to Bethel, which is not the full coast, but is like on the way to the coast where stuff was happening, is like almost 4,000 miles away. And that isn't even all the way to the coast. It's like, Alaska is freaking huge. And especially on like US maps, it's really hard to tell that like how big it is because they just squash it into a box down in the corner. So like, it's kind of hard to tell how big it actually is, which is fucking huge. Because like, if you cut Alaska in half, we would still be the 2 largest states. I'm pretty sure if you cut us into thirds, we would be the 3 largest states. Like, we're big. So you know that stupid saying, everything's bigger in Texas? Everything's biggest in Alaska. And anytime you go to like the state fair or whatever, or for tourist gear, there's always shirts that say that. Like, we are very large. So like, I'm good, but I was thinking maybe I should add a command for donating to some of the relief efforts for the villages. Because like, most of the damage happened in very rural areas, which we call the village, basically. So like, there's a lot of materials they need, like diapers and stuff like that, and stuff to help with water damage and all that kind of stuff, because they flooded, you know. Maybe I'll add a command for that for a bit. Another thing to add to my to-do list. do have a sticker design I need to finish today so that I can print it tomorrow. And that's like the main focus. Because I would like to get the I always like to have the sticker club sticker ready the month before so that I can have a post scheduled to release the first of the month with what the sticker is going to be. Which means I print and pack them like in time to have that post be posted. I don't know. Make a real sentence out of that, because I'm not gonna. Let's do photo. Then I will do the dates on this guy. Ooh, non-binary. Non-bananary. Ace. Excellent. Non-binary again. That already looks like so much better. Maybe if I use the small pen like I'm doing, that won't actually pull that much focus. Ooh. That was my neck. That's not a good sign. Did you guys hear that? Yes, that was my neck. Yeah. My neck has been especially crunchy lately. Whoop. Well, welcome to what it's like living in my body. If anybody wants to possess it and take over, please feel free. Because I'm kind of over it, to be honest. And yeah, that makes sense, Shawnee. I actually, for my character, while I was drawing her clothes for reference, I came up with a new kind of clothing closure. I was just like, none of the things that are normal works for this, actually. So we're gonna have a whole new thing here. Which once I get that finished, I will show all of you, but not quite there yet. But because my character's weight fluctuates a lot, I was thinking about like what kind of clothing you could have that you wouldn't need to change out if you changed weight. So I was looking at a lot of like tie closures and like lacing, so you can change the sizing, which has been pretty standard for clothing in like medieval and similar eras, where clothing was expensive and you didn't really want to have to buy stuff for every single season. So you would have lacing or like sleeves that you could lace on and off and stuff like that. So yeah, I have to deal with the tail and horns because my character is a tiefling, and also deal with the fluctuating weight. So what I came up with was because I also want her to look kind of spooky, so she's basically a fortune teller, spiritualist kind of a thing. So I came up with a so there's already like rat pants and stuff like that are pretty common visuals for that kind of character. So I based that, and then I made it so that each of the like the cuff areas, so like the cuff areas on the hands and then on the legs have an extra draw closure to them that is open, and then you lace through and tighten it so you can wrap it around however many times. And then close it so that you don't need to like drastically change the whole costume as you fluctuate weight. And also there's a hole in the back for her tail. And there's a specific like closure on the back of her cloak to let her tail out. But yeah, so I ended up just like creating a new thing. Do I know how well it would work IRL? I do not. But it has a vague amount of sense to it. So, yeah. Oh, good. Yeah, I know we both were like talking about clothes a lot when we were discussing the character development kind of a thing. Because honestly, the only person I think I have not talked character stuff with is Shawnee. Out of our entire group. So I know Squeakrits for some characters, not all of them. Like there are plenty of Squeakrits for my character too, but I've shared like most of them in general. And yes, I've started saying secrets as squeakrits. I don't know why or when that happened, but that's a thing now. We're talking about squeakrits. Yeah, I figured I hadn't heard that because you wanted to do something on your own, Shawnee. You also are just, I think, other than Cap, like a way more established player than the rest of us. So I figured you kind of already had your thing while the rest of us were kind of brainstorming. And I am curious about Shawnee's character. We will discover. Yeah, I think we've put together a really good group. I say I put together a really good group. I will take credit for that, actually. That was all me, baby. Yeah. So I very much commit to the character, you know? Like I have very established ideas about many things. And if you ask me a question, I will have an answer for you, even if you think that it's like way out of the norm. Yeah, my boyfriend said that he wanted to play D&D again, so I put together a group so that my boyfriend could play D&D again. You know. And like honestly, because of my last campaign, I never really wanted to play a tabletop game again, if I'm being honest. But I was willing to do that for Cap. So. But yeah, I think we've got a really good group going. Because we're all definitely people who not only are like detail oriented kind of and like very interested in what we're doing, but we're also just like all nice people. So even if we haven't played a lot, it's a lot less intimidating in general, I think. Spotify, did you stop playing again? Why do you do this? You did. Why are you like this? There you go. God, on Wednesday, when I was doing the no mic stream, the music stopped at some point, and I straight up do not know when it stopped. I don't know how long y'all were sitting in silence because I was listening to an audiobook. Do you want to add a little bit of shine to the box? I think perhaps yes. Maybe with bigger. Alright. I think for the most part that is Centipede done. I think I want to chill this shine spot out a little bit. It's a little weird. Like it isn't inaccurate, it's just a little tense right there. Alright. That's that. I now reach a crossroads where either I could end stream or I could take another break. Those are my two options. I did want to get like at least flat color down on the M&M, but I'm also like not super worried about that because I did do the color digitally just so that I had like a reference for it. A little treat. I will have a little treat. Thank you. What do I want? We got some Halloween candy, so I've got more options over here. I think I'm gonna eat some Twizzlers, which are super loud in the wrapper, but that's okay. I do have a lunch thing that I could eat that wouldn't be too bad to eat on stream, but also don't know that I really want to do that today. But I do also know that Rainbow is live right now already, so we could also just go hang out with Rainbow. And I did finish another painting. You got tricked! I got the first trick of the stream. There's another one in there. There's 2 tricks now. And they're both possums. I do think that one is really funny. I just looked up like scared possums on YouTube, basically. I like that was like a half-hour long video, and I just kind of like scanned through it, and I was like, this part is really fucking funny, actually. I will happily take any possums you find. Yeah, I think that's done. I think I can stop staring at it. I will say again, there will be a stream on Monday, which I know I said that wasn't going to happen, but the appointment I had changed. There will not be a stream on Wednesday because my appointment changed to Wednesday. And it's close enough to, like, regular stream time is close enough to the appointment that it would stress me out. So I'm just going to not. Do I have anything else important to say? I don't think so. I could sign both of these because I know that I scanned this one already, but I didn't actually sign it. This is the painting that we finished on Wednesday. For the bug, which is a jeweled flower mantis. But I didn't sign that one. Do that. Well, label and sign. Combo deal. Do I remember how I was labeling these? Remembering things? Who is that? We just don't know. But that would be why I have all of the art just already signed right next to me, so that I can just look at that and have a little cheek peek. Yeah, okay. I can't believe I started, like, it has been over a year since I started this project, the Bugnanza ones. It's just a lot of little art. That's why I brought this out. Girl, I have so many notebooks. Like, because this one is specifically an Eastern Red Centipede. October 2025. Yeah, you don't need any more possums in your house, I think. Except for, like, actually me. I feel like that's, like, the only acceptable possum for you at this point. All right. Um. I think I am gonna take a break, and then I can do the flat color on the M&M, and then we can end. Because that's what I'm gonna do. I don't really have a reason. That's just what I decided I'm doing. It's just like, actually, I'm feeling it a little bit. Let's work on that. So I will be right back. I am running ads again. So don't look at them. Get up and you know, have a stretch, or pop in and say hey to Rainbow, or, you know, go get a treat or something, you know, and we'll be right back. I'm back. You should also be back. Thank you. Yeah, since I added the like fan art scrolly, the other one, it was just like getting completely covered up, so it felt ick to me. Okay, let me Do this and do this. Oh, excuse me. Thank you. Welcome back to you as well. Okay. So I do need some brown here because this is a chocolate M&M. Okay. So really right now I just want to like get the base colors down because this is like complicated. Because there's a bunch of like broken candy shell pieces and stuff, so hard to tell with just the line art. Yeah, I feel that. Trying to get brain to do things, but don't wanna. I had a Red Bull yesterday because I was like, I need to lock the fuck in. And it worked. Which means that I'm tempted to do it again, but I know that it won't work as well the second time and then I'll get pissed off about it. I need to like really lock in tomorrow and get a bunch of shit done. Which I can do, like it'll be fine. I just really like, I don't know, sometimes, how do I describe this? You know how when you're wrapping gifts and you're cutting the wrapping paper and sometimes you get like the nice full cut with the scissors where it's just like and it's perfect and super easy and takes like 3 seconds. And sometimes it doesn't do that, so you end up going like the whole way through. Yesterday was a day. Yeah. Is there a better way to describe that? Probably, but I feel like that's a pretty good metaphor, actually. It's like sometimes it's like stop and start and it's all actually work, and sometimes it just goes whew. And it's so satisfying when it does that, but you can't do it on command, which is kind of bullshit. Again, if I was in charge of the universe, you would be able to turn that on and off at will. Which I guess neurotypical people can do, which sounds fake, but okay. I added extra lines in this in a couple places. Oops. Which is fine, that's not a big deal. I just always think it's funny when I like remix my own lines and then forget about it. See, it is already way more clear what this is, I feel like. Just with the, like, very pale blocking colors. Yeah, you should feel free to. I feel like you know this, but I will say it anyway. You should feel free to leave if you need to get some rest, Stars. Like, I enjoy spending time with you, but I would rather you take care of yourself. Same for you, Shawnee. I mean, same for everybody, but... Yeah, it is late for you, which is part of why I said that. I feel like Fridays will sneak up on you for a while since I'm starting an hour later now. So you're gonna think that it's like an hour earlier than it actually is for a while. Totally valid, Shawnee. Just making sure you're all taking care of yourselves the way that you need to. Yeah. So go get your eats. We'll be here next time. I guess both you and Shawnee kind of have like extra Katie time now since we're doing D&D every week too. Change that. We're gonna do this and try to remind myself that there should be another line in here. Because otherwise that break in the M really does not make sense. I need to darken that up a fair amount to make it so that that line isn't super visible. That's okay. We can do that. I can also change it digitally after the fact if I would like to. Oh, actually, I see what I did. I see what I did here. This should be like this. And I changed this line to match over here when I shouldn't have. All right. I see what I did. That's easier to fix. Okay. Because there is a lip there that should be there and isn't because I did something different. Which is fine. It's all good. It's my design. Like, you guys don't know where all the colors are going, so. I think I'm gonna use more gray to slap in here. Oh, that's another thing I need to put on my to-do list. This is just gonna be Katie fills out her to-do list every 3 seconds through the entire stream. Alright. This is one of the newer songs from them. So I haven't fully learned all of it yet. The other albums, like, I know and I will sing along with, but this one I don't fully know yet. But that little blip has gotten stuck in my head already. Also, Don't Think Twice from the same song. Oh, I actually should buy their new album on Bandcamp during the next Bandcamp Friday. That's the only one I don't have. They're usually good about sending out emails for Bandcamp Fridays, but I am glad that Bandcamp actually kept that going because they did it specifically like during lockdown because everybody was having like income issues. There's a word that I'm trying to think of. Income insecurity. That's what I'm trying to think of. And they were so popular that Bandcamp was like, every first Friday of the month, you get Bandcamp Friday, which means that the artists get 100% of the profits. They don't have to pay like Bandcamp fees and stuff on it. So if you have bands that you like that sell their music on Bandcamp, hitting it up on Bandcamp Friday is a way to help them out. Yeah. I honestly, I don't even listen to the files that I own, if I'm being completely honest. But I still do like having them, and I like supporting the artists that I like, you know? So. And like, in my head, and I'm aware that this is like not fully 100% logical, but in my head, doing like owning both the physical item and then also listening to stuff on Spotify is like double income, which isn't like, it kind of is true, but the cut from Spotify is so shit anymore that like I don't think it really makes a big difference, which is frustrating. I did something silly here too. It's not supposed to be a line right there. Yeah, for sure. I honestly, like, even if I did have the money to go to festivals, I would not have fun at those for the most part. I don't like crowds, and I don't like very loud areas, which I feel like we all know. Like, this is not news about me that I'm telling you, but like too many. Oh, interesting. I haven't heard of them. I should look into it. Because, like, Spotify I use for streaming and stuff, so, like, I know that they aren't a good company. We've gone over that on this stream before, but, like, there's limits to what I can and can't have run on my laptop, you know? So. And, like, I also have most of this playlist on YouTube. But YouTube Shuffle is like really shitty, which was like the deciding factor for me for using Spotify on stream when I started. That's another spot that should be brown. Okay, I missed one. But I haven't heard of Tidal. I need to look into that. Although it wouldn't be difficult to pay better than Spotify. It used to be like a pretty good cut, and then they kept doing more greedy ass bullshit. As you do when you're a big company, you know? Hurts right, so it's just this part. Alright. That reminds me that I have those horror movies written down in my note file, because I'm thinking I might watch some horror movies on Saturday. That's tomorrow. Well, I'm trying to lock in to do work. Because I find, I don't know why, but horror movies, like, they're good background noise for me. Because occasionally, like, I don't watch ones with, like, huge jump scares or anything, but occasionally it'll, like, a sound will spook you. And it'll give you a little extra burst of energy, you know? Like, occasionally, you get spooked. There was one jump scare in the stupid haunting movie that I watched a while back that I talked about on stream, which I still don't remember the name of, but it was not a good movie. But there was one jump scare at the beginning, and who boy did it get me, because I was not looking at the screen even a little bit. This should be brown right here. That should be chocolate peeking through. But yeah, I do enjoy a good horror movie. And a lot more of them end up on streaming services around Halloween. So there's a lot more options. I like bad horror movies too. Like, I don't want it to be a great piece of cinema. I want it to be amusing. And the more like bad ghost logic in it, the better. Like, I love when people are like, you can shoot ghosts. And I'm like, all right, cool, let's go. Or like, if you tell the ghost this, then it won't attack you. Hi, Bubba. Do you want pets? Or you just want to sit there and be a weirdo? That's fine too. You want pets? He's like, you should be done streaming now, actually. You should come sit on the bed with me. Shudder does have a trial. There's a 7-day trial, I believe. Because I joined it because it looked like, I think it was Shudder. It might have been a different one. I might be misremembering. But I joined it because theoretically, like, it said that it had a movie that I wanted to watch specifically. And then that wasn't on any other streaming service that I have. And then it just wasn't there. And it was like, oopsie doopsie, we can't play it. So I signed up to watch this one movie and I couldn't. And I was pissed off about it. And so when I canceled my free trial, like immediately after, they were like, why? And I was like, you fucking lied to me. That's why. Fuck you. Yeah, because I read The Shining a while back. And I wanted to watch the movie, and I asked Cap if he wanted to watch it with me, but we like haven't gotten around to it. And I would like to watch the movie before I forget what all was in the book. So I was gonna watch that, and haven't yet. Oh, I missed some black on here. The movie, but I would also like to watch the miniseries because I've heard the miniseries is like closer to the book. Because from what I remember of The Shining, because I have watched it before. The ending in the Kubrick movie is like, it like takes out the whole point of the book. So like the book ending is very much like somebody defeating something inside of them and like finally self-sacrificing in a way that he's been fighting the entire book, which is a much stronger ending than just spoilers for a movie that's been around as long as I've been alive. But other than like him just freezing in the stupid maze, because that is not a satisfying ending in my opinion. And especially not now that I know what the real ending is. Like, that's bullshit. That's a cop-out. That's a shitty ending, actually. Like, ooh, we're gonna terrify this poor actress the entire time, and then we're gonna make a shitty ending. Like, no thank you, actually. But I do want to watch it so that I can have, like, a real critique. You know? Other than me just going, nah. Hi, Toast! There's a lot of racism in that book. So there is a specific racial slur that comes up often in auto modding for one of the channels that I mod in, because it is a shortening version of raccoon. So it comes up a lot, and I have to deal with it a lot. And a lot of people who are outside of the US just straight up are not aware. Because it's not like a super common one anymore, but it is one. And there is a page that I have started using that I highlighted in, sorry, I'm comparing my colors here. But there is a specific page that uses the N-word multiple times and that word. So I have used that screenshot as an example for people about the kind of weight that word carries. But yeah, there's a lot of weird racism that Stephen King does in his early books. Ooh, I'm glad that you're resting. I hope that went well and that you heal up quickly. But yeah, so. That's supposed to be. Who am I? What's happening? I missed another line in here, but I think I'm just gonna make it that, and that will be fine. But yeah, I don't know. Weird level of racism. Because I read, so Stephen King is the author, in case anybody didn't know. But I read Carrie, which was like his first big book. And then I also read The Shining. And both of them have like, I get that they were both written in like the 60s, 70s, but they both have a weird amount of racism. I agree, Shawnee. Like, they should just let you keep what they take from you, you know? Especially if they're gonna charge you that much, like... But yeah, weird amount of racism in those books. And like, I get the era that they were written in, but it's like so unnecessary. And I decided that I need to read one more Stephen King book, and it needs to be a more recent one to see if that is still around. Because if it is still around, I'm not particularly interested in continuing to read those books. Which, like, he does have a lot of books, and they are fun to read, the ones that I've read. But, I don't want to deal with that. You know? It's kind of like the whole thing, like... Why, if you are putting racism in your fantasy world, like, what are you saying about it, you know? So, like, if you were saying some great thing while also using the N-word 32 times in a book, I might have something, like, I might go with you on that one, like Huck Finn, for instance, because you're saying racism bad by pointing out that racism, you know? But that was definitely not the case in either of those books. And it got to the point where it was like making me stop reading repeatedly because I was like, that was so unnecessary. What the hell? Oof. Oh, Insomnia. I don't know that one. I was looking to see, because there was a Netflix original movie about, based on one of his shorter stories that I quite vibed with, which was, I'm going to call it 1922, I think it is. I might have the date wrong. It's some year. Which is basically about a guy going insane after he kills his wife. And that one was interesting, so I looked to see if I could find that from my library, and none of my library has it, so I didn't read that one. I could probably find it elsewhere. I could definitely buy it if I wanted to, but I ain't got that kind of money, you know, to buy every book that I want to read. So... If my library doesn't have it, well, one of my 3 libraries doesn't have it, then I'm probably not going to read it. Unless it's one that I really want to request my library have, which that one is not really necessary. No way, Maine. Interesting. Never would have guessed. Never would have guessed. Is that part's supposed to be... Yes, it is. Okay. Here's a part that I missed that should be gray-black. I'm also gonna, like, not color inside the lines today, like, at all. I do love how the mic picks me up swooshing my paintbrushes if I do it loud enough. Oh, interesting. Those both seem pretty cool. I just finished reading a Warrior Cats book last night, and I'm close to finishing the Cole book that I was talking about, which is like a history of Cole, like world history of Cole. A lot of it is focused on the U.S. and like how the reliance on coal has meshed with the climate. But it's been pretty interesting. I'm near finishing that one, and I'm waiting for a couple different fun books from my library. I'm just waiting for holds to come through. So I've got 2 murder mysteries in the queue, and I've got Redwall. I'm on the line for, because we were talking about that in Stars' stream the other day, and I was like, you know what? I legitimately have not read Redwall since I was in 5th grade, which was a long time ago for me. So I think perhaps I will reread that, because at this point it's like reading it for the first time. So, and I put another hold on something last night, and I don't remember what it was. But I've been blasting through books lately, which I like. I enjoy reading, and I'm glad that I've like gotten back to a point with my brain where I can actually do that. Because I definitely could not for a very long time. Interesting. They used to have The Shining, like that was the only place that had it for a bit. It's so hard to keep track of anymore, like what streaming services have what, and I'm tired. Ooh, what's Roadside Picnic? If you don't mind sharing with the class. Probably could have used a bigger paintbrush for these parts, but like also whatever. Yeah, I feel you, Shawnee. Which I do very much appreciate my libraries. So I have my local library, which is relatively small because like Alaska isn't huge, right? This is the biggest city in Alaska, but it's still a proportional library to what the population is. And then I also pay the Queens New York Library $50 a year to let me access their digital collection, which is like honestly a great investment because they have so many more books than my library, and I blast through them like crazy. So actually, I was just thinking, I'm like, I don't know what book I'm going to start after I finish the Cole one. I might start one that's been on my plate for, like, on my to-read list for a while. That's about Confronting Shame, which is by an author whose other books I've liked, and is also a person on Tumblr, so. Just by, I think it's called Unlearning Shame. I think that's the actual title, by Dr. Devon Price, that's been sitting in my to-read stack for like since it came out, basically. So maybe I'll do that. And I usually, if I'm reading like a self-help book like that, I like to have a second funsy book on the side. Just because if you're reading, like, I mostly read before bed, and who would have thunk it? If you read something really like mentally heavy and triggering before bed, you don't sleep well. So I usually have something else where I'll read a chapter or two, like in between reading that and sleeping. missing a line there too. What did I do here? I don't know what I did. I think it's okay. But yeah. And then I also have a card to the Queer Liberation Library, which I should borrow more books from, honestly. I haven't like browsed their collection recently. I should do that. You can, on Libby, you can browse like what's available now, which is a nice way to find stuff, I feel like. That was more water than I meant to use. Oh, yeah, so many of Stephen King's stuff has been made into movies. Oh, interesting, Illuminati. That's cool. Yeah, see, I have, like... Don't even look at my Kindle app, okay? Because, like, the amount of books I have in there that I have not read is a wild amount. Which is part of the reason why I was like, okay, I'm committing to actually using the library more. Because I need to stop buying books that I don't fucking read. And honestly, having the like due date for the library means that I actually read it because like there's a deadline, you know? And I also, if there's anybody else waiting for it after me, I'm way more likely to read through it like super quick because I don't want to make anybody else wait. Interesting. Yeah, I haven't read like a lot of biographies, honestly. I read a fair amount of like nonfiction history kind of books, but not really a lot of biographies. I've read a couple, but like I've read a few autobiographies, honestly, is more what I've tended towards. But that's mostly when I'm like hyper fixated on somebody. More likely to do that. So, like, I read the officially unofficial biography of Princess Diana that she actually had a say in after I watched the stupid Kristen Stewart movie where she played Princess Diana. Hi, Ghost! How you doing? How was your stream? I didn't get to pop in today. Thank you, Shani. Yeah, I know that it's okay. It's just like I don't have the insider intel. You know? Oh, I saw that. I think I saw yesterday that Tomato used an emote for you. Did you get affiliate? Did we get you there? Oh no! Although that is kind of just how that game goes, honestly. Everybody gonna die at some point. Yay, good! I'm so happy for you. I lived, bitch. I sent, after I came out of surgery, I definitely sent a picture of me in, like, the hospital robe and stuff, like, fucked up on meds to people. I wasn't that fucked up, honestly. Like, I was mostly, like, out of the the hold of the sleep medication at that point. But I still looked like I had just come out of surgery. So, which is the point. I definitely did that photo because I thought that would have been so funny. Like, I live, bitch. Yeah, you should. It's so fun. Oh, excellent. Yes, enjoy boyfriend time. I'm probably going to raid Rainbow in a little bit here, so. Because I really just wanted to get the flat colors down on both of these, just so that, especially this one, because this one is like faded. So once I have the colors down, it's going to be a lot easier to do. Thank you. I finished the sexy centipede today. Our little centipede lover here. I was like, where can I put this where it's not going to get wet paint on the back? But yeah, thank you. I did, I needed to, find a reference image of a crushed M&M for this, and I couldn't find one that I liked, so I literally just opened up a bag of M&Ms and stepped on them in the kitchen until I got one that I liked. Because, like, the way a candy coating cracks on chocolate is, like, so different. But we had, like, really old, like, little, like, the fun-size packets of M&Ms that have been sitting around here for God knows how long. So I was like, I wouldn't feel comfortable eating these at this point. So I'm just going to step on them. Con did not even notice, I think. I did it pretty quick. Yeah, like, honestly, taking your own reference photo is where it's at. If you can manage to take your own reference photo, it's great. Because you know that you will never get sued for using a reference photo. Because you took it. You won't sue yourself. So. Okay, bye. Have fun. Okay. It's been over 3 hours of stream, and we have finished a painting and gotten started on... That's cute. I did. Do you want to know what one of the things that I wrote on my to-do list today when I was like, oh, I should do that? It's to write a command for Shawnee. It isn't. Sleepy just did that. Good work, Sleepy. Good work. Classic brat behavior. Get got. Get appreciated, idiot. Okay, so I need to... Where's my phone? Got him. Alright. I need to take a photo. And I'll take a better photo of the finished piece. Actually, I'll take a better photo of these individually too. Yep. Because I should also go eat lunch because it's almost 3 o'clock. I finished breakfast like right before I started streaming, so nobody yell at me. This is usually when I eat lunch. Alright. As previously mentioned, I will be back on Monday, which wasn't going to be the case, but is now the case. And I will not be here on Wednesday, which is annoying to me. Because I rescheduled CAF to Wednesday and then something else happened. So, yay, I love not being able to fulfill the things that I said I was going to do. It's my favorite. So that'll happen at some point. So Monday, Friday next week. I don't know if I will do no mic stream or not next week. It will depend on the vibes. And I will let you know if that happens. So yeah. I'm going to switch over to the ending screen because that is what's going on. Do I have anything else important to say? I don't know that I do. Me starting to stack up all the shit that I have out here to take back to my room. Ah! I'm gonna drop pens. Love you too, Shani. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I love the spiel. I don't know why I started saying it like that, because it's really spiel. But I started saying it like spiel, like spiel. The Pokemon. I don't know why, but that's sticking. It's like Squeakrits. It's stuck in my brain now. Yeah, thanks for being here, everybody. Shani has put the raid commands in chat. The first one has emoji that you can use anywhere on Twitch, no matter your subscription status. The second one has an emote you can use if you're subscribed to my channel, so please copy and paste the one that is relevant to you. We're gonna go raid Rainbow because, like, of course we are. Like, what else would I do? Which means I need to do this first. I need to do everything in such a specific order, otherwise my computer slows down so bad I can't type the raid command. Hee hee. And hi, Dissy. I don't think I said hi to you. You snuck it in like you usually do. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being nice to me. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. Remember that you're loved because I love you. And if you can't take care of or be kind to yourself or yourself, please do so for me. Because I think you're awesome and deserve nice things, including from yourself, even on the days when it's really hard. Oh, I definitely typed the wrong thing. Me forgetting the 0. I noticed before it was a problem. It would have been nice if I had noticed it before I did it, but you know, such is life. Let's try that again. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Remember that you're loved because I love you. And if you can't take care of it, be kind to yourself or yourself, please use for me because I think you're awesome and deserve things, including from yourself, even in the days when it's really hard. So let's work on being kinder to ourselves and each other. And then we can meet up back here on Monday to get a little top up and, you know, have a little chit chat and such. I'll see you all around, I'm sure, because we all overlap. Hashtag merge tab squad. So yeah, I'll see you around. I love that Discord has just completely frozen now. There we go. All right. Oh, and thank you again to Doodle for sending me stickers and pin. Very cute and much appreciated. All right, bye. Bye, everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye.